What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Rip City Rundown podcast. This is the first time we're having a podcast since Dame returned. It has been, 2-3 months since we last did a podcast, but it is Monday, October 20th, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we are excited for some Blazers basketball that starts in a little over 48 hours. So we're going to give you kind of just our thoughts throughout the rest of the offseason, some recent signings, some recent re-signings, that we just did. Talk about the preseason, talk about just the season ahead, our expectations and such. Expect more pods here as the season gets started. Wes, how are you doing today?
Hey man, I'm good. I feel like this is the first season since probably the
You started
2022 season. Sorry?
First time as a podcast that we have a little expectation going in? That's not true, but it pretty much is.
You could put it that way. I mean, we had expectation going into 22 after the Denver series loss, but yeah, I'm excited for this season. I think the Blazers are well positioned as a team, which I feel like I have not been able to say since we had LaMarcus Aldridge on the team. I feel like the whole Dame era, like leading, we were always kind of behind the eight ball from a salary cap perspective and from like we never quite had the roster. Like I think in hindsight, Dame's greatness made us think we were closer than maybe we actually were. And I think I'm just off the top, we're a podcast that's very fair, and we've talked a lot about Joe Cronin. We're not like completely biased for him or against him. We have differing opinions with the Dame trade and all that. You can go back and listen to that. But I think Joe Cronin has done a great job since trading Dame. I mean, you can do the whole transitive property thing of like Dame is back and like we got Drew back and they're both now in the building and we have those Bucks picks. Like that's another conversation for another day. I'm excited for the season. I think we have some fun players and a lot of guys who can break out and be fun. And I think this team, with Dame sitting, I think it's an exciting year to see what we got. And there's a lot of guys who can step up and be the alpha on a given night. Like it's not just going to be, did Dame score 35 tonight, which is fun.
Yeah.
But like you got Denny too, Shea. I know Scoot's out, but I'm yapping because I'm excited. Cody, how are you doing, man? Over out in PDX.
I'm doing well. If you're watching on video, I have a new background here. I have a lot of NBA posters.
True.
And these posters were made, I don't know how many years ago. I mean, Luka's on the Mavericks in this poster, but Dame's on the Blazers. So this was made a long time ago, but he's actually back on the Blazers now for real. So it actually checks out. But I'm excited. Like you said, Wes, probably the most excited going into a season since I would say that 2022 season. In that 2022 season, we started off really hot. I think we were 14-2 or something like that, and the 1 seed, and then we just plummeted off a cliff. But expectations won't be that high.
That was the year
this time.
The expectations a couple times.
But was that the year we said the Blazers are legit, boys?
Yeah, that was that year. But overall, like you said, I'm really excited. We have so many things to talk about. I mean, we have salary stuff to talk about. We have ESPN projections to talk about. We have starting lineups to talk about. We have schedules to talk about. It's going to be fun.
I think unless you have someone else before we get into it, where do we want to start?
I had a good idea where to start. I just want to ask a question off the top. Expectations being set. What is a successful season for the Blazers this year? You get a sentence.
I believe a successful season for the Blazers is making the play-in tournament.
Okay.
I think that encompasses a lot of things. That means your players are developing solidly if you do that. So I'll say you make the plan. You don't got to.
I would say I would get a little more aggressive, and I'm going to say make the playoffs. But if that's through the play-in, that's fine. If we won one play-in game and then got eliminated, didn't make the playoffs, I would still give that a good thumbs up. I don't want to be that team that just enters a play-in and gets eliminated in the snap of a finger like the Kings a few years ago.
Heat.
First team the Heat that 1 year. At least make the play-in and make some noise at least if we're not going to make the playoffs. That is my goal.
Okay. I'm probably there too. That's probably got to be the on-court desire. Yeah, I was going to say I would like to see. I feel like let's talk about the two contracts first. I would like to see both of those guys show and start to outplay their contract, especially Shaedon. I think the season for me, like if Shaedon scores 24 a game on decent efficiency, the Blazers are going to make the playoffs, I think.
And for those that, I mean, I would be surprised if you're watching this video and you didn't see, but the Blazers over the last 48 hours have both locked up Toumani, Camara, and Shaedon Sharpe for the next 4 years. Toumani, 4-year, $82 million extension. Shaedon, a 4-year, $90 million extension. So Toumani's making about $2 million less a year. I got a question for you. Which contract do you like more? Which were you more excited to see? Which will look better? I feel like there's a lot of ways to go, but what do you like more?
Oh man, I think I'm more excited. I think Shaedon's. I think Shaedon's has a higher ceiling of being a steal, but it also has a lower floor. And I think that's just the nature of the skill set and the type of players they are. Like at this point, Camara is older. You know what you're going to get. I think Camara has a few more levels to the offensive stuff. Defensively, he's going to be there. Like he is such a huge asset for this team because you can literally, like, there's not a single player in the league that you're going to face where you're going to be like, ooh, I don't think, like, of course, if Camara goes up against Shea and Shea scores 28, like, that's good for Camara. Shea's going to probably average 32, but like, I feel like Kamara's going to always compete. And so I think getting him at 20 and a half, especially as the salary cap keeps going up, is really solid. But I don't know if Camara can ever be that. Like, I don't know how much Camara can outplay his contract unless he's scoring like 15 a game and wins decoy. Because like I saw a good comp for this Herb Jones. Like
that's a good comparison.
But Shaedon could, like, Keegan Murray got money. Like Shea could easily be better than Keegan. Dyson Daniels just got $100 million. Shaedon can easily be better than that, but it's up to Shaedon. So we'll see how Shaedon does. Yeah,
pretty much what you said. Shaedon has more room to growth. I feel like Toumani's more set in stone, but you know what you're getting out of him. You're getting the defense, and he's only going to improve the next 4 years. So I think both contracts are great, and he's making less than Nathan. So I think we can just give a nice.
I mean, they both are.
Clap up for that.
Denny's making 30-something million total, which is what Aiden was making a year.
That's the best contract in the NBA.
It is.
Yeah, I really think, and $22 million these days isn't, again, big NBA money. It's really not. Like, we have Denny, Klingon, Dame, Shea, Toumani. All of those guys are like only a certain small percentage of the cap in terms of like normally what you get from 5 of your top 7, 8 guys. So I really think Joe's doing really good. I mean, I think like you just have the Holiday and Grant contracts are your big contracts, but you know, if you can find a way to move those, if they play well, I mean, you're going to have big contracts on the books at some point. So I don't know. I mean, we talked after Dame re-signed and after we drafted Hansen and after we bought out Ayton. I think this offseason for Joe has been definitely the best offseason of his tenure. And like, I'd be hard to not give him an A this offseason. I really can't think of a better way this offseason could have gone for the Blazers.
The money is just so cheap, man. Just looking at it's so cheap. Like we are paying so little for so much.
It's good. And the thing that's really interesting to me is like, how much are we going to really go for this year? I've heard we're trying to like step up. I mean, you don't sign Drew to like be tanking. Like we're going to try to compete, but we still like have our lottery protected pick from Chicago. If we don't make the playoffs, it goes to them. This class is elite coming up. And it's just, I don't know. I'm curious where the Blazers are come February, like because the West is just so deep. It's so deep.
I got a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the best thing about the Blazers, what they will be this season, and what are you most worried about?
I think it's a pretty simple black and white thing. I'm super excited for the defense, and I'm pretty scared of the offense. I think defensively, we are going to be, at worst, a top 10 unit. I genuinely think we'll be top 5.
It's crazy to say that. You're right.
It's exactly what Chauncey wants as a coach. It's exactly the way he played when he was a player. Like, this is finally Chauncey's putting his fingerprints on this team. However, you traded your best and most creative and most explosive offensive player in Anthony Simons this offseason. So you're going to struggle on that end. Scoot, the guy who you would hope to take over, is out for the first month or two. I really think we're going to like have trouble. And Toumani's not necessarily a crazy good shooter. Klingon obviously can't really stretch the floor that well. Shaedon, he can shoot, but he's not necessarily a consistent knockdown shooter. We don't have like a bona fide shooter on this team. So I really think the offense could struggle a lot. And that's where it comes down to, like, can you see a stupidly big leap from Shaedon, Scoot when he comes back, Denny? I think you will have like one of the highest floors defensively. Offensively is going to be interesting.
Yeah, when you take away your clutch time scorer, and Simons was good at that too. Like, I don't care if you're playing for a good team or a bad team. Like, being the guy to win games down the stretch is like not a lot of guys can do that in the league. And who's that going to be? It's going to be like a by committee thing. And I feel like our offense, like, the one hope I have for us is our defense is going to be like our best offense, and like Denny's going to get out and run, and we're going to be like in transition, because I do think like if we get in a half court game, it's not going to be great. We're going to be Orlando from last year, just without Paolo, essentially.
Yeah, you guys
we're still not going to be that good. Like I think our over under was 33.5.
Oh, we'll get to that. You guys are mentioning Sharpe as like our best. It's just interesting, you know, guys. Jeremy Grant led a horrible Pistons team. Oh, Cole's giving me some eyebrows over here, but he was that guy on that Pistons team, and although we're not sure if he's going to start yet, you could argue he's our best offensive player. Just noting that real quick.
Someone had to be that guy on the Pistons team, so. I love Jeremy Grant, and honestly, if that Jeremy Grant from 3 years ago is on this team today, we're a lot better. He is not as good as he was when he first signed with the Blazers.
Well,
that could be circumstance. That could be circumstance. That could be age. But
last season, we were always getting mad at Jeremy for like chucking too many shots. But like this season, can we fault him for that? If with Simons out, that's all I'm saying. Like he's gonna get more looks.
Does Jeremy start? That's a question we can get into
on
the later half of the pod. I think if you're just looking at this team, you're saying, I mean, there's a reason that like 3 of the top 10 highest or best odds to win most improved players are Blazers players. Denny, Sharpe, and then Klingon's one of them. He's not really an offensive factor, but he could develop a game. But like, you're asking for one of Denny or Shaedon, guys that can truly handle the ball. And of course, I'll throw Scoot into this when he comes back. One of those 3 has to pop to be like your guy. Like, Jeremy is great and all, but Jeremy's not gonna put a offense.
Not for the future. Like, I was just saying for this season.
No, Jeremy's such an interesting case. Yeah, he is. Like, I don't know. I that's another reason why I want to be competitive this year, because I want to see Jeremy like in a legit team, like not just eating up shots.
Because Jeremy is we can talk about who we think is going to start, because we can get into it. I think the locks for starting: Drew is 100% going to start. Denny is 100% going to start. Klingon is 100% going to start. Is Toumani a 100%er, or is he like an 80% chance?
He's 100%. Like, Toumani has to be a 100%er, I feel like.
Dude, I really don't think.
So at least one slot.
I don't think Jeremy's going to start.
I really don't think. I think if you are Chauncey and you're like, I want to do what's best to win, I don't think Jeremy starts.
Jeremy come in and
so Shaedon's on the 2
and get all his shots off the bench and carry the second unit.
Shaedon had a good offensive preseason. I think he didn't have a game of the 4 under 17 points, and that's also in limited minutes. And like, yeah, like Drew is genuinely a lock, and Klingon's genuinely a lock because of size. Like, the fact that we're not saying like Denny and Toumani should be 100% locks, but it's like just because, like, if Jeremy was named Jason freaking Ford and was making $12 million a year as a 3rd-year second rounder and having the same production, we're not even having this conversation. We're just having this conversation because Jeremy Grant's making a lot of money. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's how it works, though.
But I know, but I don't know. I'd be super disappointed. I think the only person that doesn't start if Jeremy starts is Shaedon, and we just go like super big or something. Which I would.
Shaedon's starting, and when Scoot comes back, assuming he's bench.
I think Scoot would. I think
Scoot runs the second unit, but I mean, again, like, how many games is Drew going to play?
That's the thing.
That's a good
Injuries are
point.
going to happen.
Which is like, of course, it's like, yeah, that's going to happen. But it's nice to know we have some depth at these positions. Like, if you can somehow scrape out 30 games, 40 games from Robert Williams, like if he has to
That's
start,
crazy.
if he has to start like
Scrape
15
out.
games, like I'm confident in that. If Jeremy has to start, I'm confident in that. Scoot when he comes back, I'm confident. I feel like we got 8 guys that like I'd be confident starting on a couple times.
Dude, it's just
month,
crazy that if you put 30-year-old Damian Lillard on this team, it's like we're like Western Conference Finals aspirations.
Well, Dame will be back next season, hopefully.
At age 37.
One thing we haven't talked about yet, or one player, Young Hudson, guys. We've got to see him play for the first. Haven't even mentioned the podcast yet. We saw him play for the first time in summer league. What are your guys' initial thoughts? The one thing I'll say before any stats or anything was, emotional guy. I don't know if he was actually crying, but it looked like he was really disappointed in that Jazz game, I think it was, when he fouled out. So initially just you need a good head before anything in basketball, and I think that's a good start.
Can I start with non-basketball stuff?
Go ahead.
Marketing move of the year. Of the decade for the Blazers. You want to talk about Chinese market share right there?
Dude, I saw a graphic the other day, and it was like, who has the most potential and be the best player in 2030? And it was like Wemby, Luka, Cooper Flag, and of the 8 players on there, Hudson was on there. Like, dude has aura. Dude brings so much juice to the Blazers. We saw it was the most watched summer league game of the season.
Okay, and let me just say this. Okay, Mike Schmitz, right? Mike Schmitz scouted Klingon when he was like in high school. Loved Camara. Loved Scoot. Who else did he like? Loved Denny. Loved Denny. He was like Washington got a steal. So, and then they were like, if Young had declared last year they were going to take him, and they were like Operation like Zero Dark 30 to make sure no teams knew that we were going to take him at 16. Like, you have so much credibility on the line with this guy that I have to trust that you know what you're talking about with this guy, and I have to trust he's going to be good. I mean, he's looked good in the preseason. He looked better than I thought. I thought he was going to be like a Duop Reith G League Rip City remix guy, but I mean, I know it's preseason, but he
could be a little bit this year.
Well, yeah. I mean, again though, like behind Klingon, Robert, I mean, you literally just used the word scrape 30 games out of Robert Williams. So, I mean, Young Hansen could be a guy in March. That's just like when we're out of the offs and we're terrible, like we probably will be. Hey, he could be a league pass legend.
It's cool that he can shoot threes. I think as a big, like we haven't.
You better. You better be able to do that.
We got a taste out of it from Nurk, but like.
I do think something that could be interesting is like before Scoot comes back, like Jeremy can handle the ball, assuming Jeremy comes off the bench. But like if you throw Young in there like 10, 15 minutes, like and make him maybe the centerpiece of like the second unit offense, he could have some fun there. And then even when Scoot comes back, if he's coming off the bench like a little him and Young 2-man game, I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting over my head. Like, is he going to be? Do we think he's playing like what's the over under of minutes per game for him? Is it like double? Does he play double digit minutes a game like out of the gate?
Well,
does he have Rob
Time Lord healthy?
Now the question is, Time Lord, like, is he playing on the first day of November? I don't know.
Now also another, we don't. I mean, Time Lord is this, but again, we have to just assume he's playing half the season. We don't really have like that stretch rangy big like necessarily. So could you see some lineups of Drew, Shaedon, Jeremy to Denny?
I think Small is definitely in the realm of possibility.
Because
just like Denny and 2 and even Jeremy are like big bodies, and even Drew.
Yeah, like Drew can guard up.
Drew can guard the 5, bro.
Yeah, I mean last year wasn't as good, but he can. Yeah. Shaedon. I mean, you really have one minus defender in the starting lineup, and it's Shaedon. And he's just a minus defender because he doesn't want to really play defense. Like, he's got all the tools to be a good defender.
Yeah.
I really do think we're going to be like it. I like this version of this hypothetical version better of a defense first, because you're really just every night it's just a race to 100, which is sick.
I am just scared though. Like I'm really nervous that defense can be super fun to watch, but it can also get a little like I'm just afraid we're going to be we're going to be down 90 to 84 in the fourth quarter, and it's just like, oh, GG's, like 3 minutes left. Like we're not scraping the points to get this. When it comes down the stretch, who's going to be the guy again?
Gonna be
Denny, Shaedon. Those are the guys you're probably looking for.
Denny can run point too. Denny can handle the ball. Honestly, Denny is going to have to start because of that. Like Drew's kind of your weird like combo guard who can still run offense, but he's not your like Drew's going to never. You're never going to have any possessions where Drew brings it up and doesn't pass.
You guys have obviously you said Shaedon is our only minus defender in the lineup, but do you have? I know we don't take much preseason into stock, like really at all, but do you have a slightest bit of concern? You know, other team dropping 129, 123, 118, 132.
It's a valid question, but no, just because like
half the game.
I mean, I don't know the exact minutes, but like we're starting different lineups every game, and then our starters are playing half the game. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be too concerned about that, and I think I'd be more concerned about our schedule coming out of the gate.
Oh, it's hefty.
Fill me in, guys. Let's talk. I know we start off with Timberwolves Warriors, but
we got the Clips in there twice. We got the Clips in there. Lakers twice.
Playing the Clippers early in the season is just brutal because they're healthy, and if they were just like a May or April team schedule, you'd just be playing bench players.
We'll probably be favored in of our first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll probably be favored in 2, I'd say, and that's against the Pelicans and the Jazz. But this is the thing. Like, if the Blazers are gonna do what we say we want them to do and make the plan, like, you look at a stretch of the Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, and like any given stretch of the season, you can take 2 of 3, like because like you're good enough on a night-to-night basis to hang with the Clippers, the Lakers, the Warriors, like.
Yeah, that's the thing is I feel like the Blazers are that team this year that I just think the Blazers are gonna play to their competition literally every night. Like I think the Jazz could beat us pretty easily, and I think like we went on the road to OKC and we battle. Like this is gonna sound delusional, and it is delusional. But like, if we somehow snuck into the playoffs and we're playing the Thunder in the 1-8, I don't care. Like, I think we'd lose to anyone in the playoffs to those top 4 teams. But like, I don't care if it's the Thunder or the Clippers. Like, I feel like the Blazers just hang tough all the time. We'd get swept, but we'd hang tough. Yeah. Which is not even a hot take. I really just walked that back in real time.
You were about to say, like, I think we could take down the Thunder.
I was never going to say that. And also, Cody, I think what I heard from you earlier about expectations, it kind of sounded like win a playoff game.
Yeah, that's my expectation.
That's an expectation?
Well,
be disappointed.
Okay, it's a far-fetched one. We can talk about how the media feels about the Blazers. Guys, where do you think ESPN has the Blazers out of the 30 teams right now? And also, where would you put us personally? So 15's in the middle, by the way.
Maybe like 20. Like,
I would say we're probably better than. I would take us. I mean, genuinely, I would say we're like 11th in the West. We're better than 4 teams there. Then the East sucks. So I'd say we're like 20th, 19th, 20th, 21st.
ESPN has us at 23rd with 23rd. A 4.4% chance to make the playoffs, guys.
Okay, if you gave
4.4%,
if you gave me a betting line, whatever the equivalent of 4% is, if it's whatever that is, I would take
let's
that.
See.
I would take
and
that.
For wins, they have us at 33.9 wins, so 34 wins.
Guys, hold on,
34 wins.
I'm going to let the podcast in on a little secret, okay?
I'm going to close my door real quick.
Okay, if we make the playoffs, okay? If we make the playoffs, Dame's going to come back.
Oh, I
Dame's
meant
gonna
to
come.
keep
Blazers.
talking with that.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said if we make the playoffs and it's like late April, Dame's gonna be back.
No, he's not.
Yes,
No,
he
he's not.
is.
The
No, he ain't.
Blazers on FanDuel are plus 320 to make the playoffs. So that's a lot better odds than
Well, FanDuel
ESPN.
makes money off betting lines, and ESPN makes money off clicks. So I'm going to say ESPN is wrong as per usual. ESPN
Great.
also gave the Camara the Camara extension a fail. Clearly, they don't watch basketball in the Pacific Northwest. They're from Connecticut, and I could
A
go
fail?
on and on, and I'm going to hold my tongue when it comes to ESPN. But they
I'm
are
gonna hold my
mighty
tongue a little, but I gotta say, like, you're
poor.
a depoy, basically. Second team defensive team,
Okay.
and making low 20s in the NBA today. 2025 inflation. Come
Okay,
on, like, what are we doing?
I read it. Their argument was teams don't covet 3-and-D older players in free agency. That is some
Older player. Okay, hold the phone. How old is
He's what,
Toumani?
24, 25?
hey man, I'm just telling you what ESPN probably asked ChatGPT.
Dude, people would covet Toumani like it's a freaking golden chest, bro.
So bad.
Like, they
Oh,
freaking
God.
covet that like a freaking gold scar.
Yeah, there
Well,
you go. Like
like
a
chug
gold
jugs.
FAMAS. Got a dub yesterday by
Yeah, we don't
Still
care.
play Fortnite.
Hey, I'm just bro. Who doesn't? I got my Damian Lillard skin. No, I'm kidding.
And not off topic really, because it was just looking at the power rankings. The Kings are above us at number 21. That
I
is
think
unbelievable. The Kings.
If you look at the Western Conference, I think we are better than the Jazz, Pelicans, Kings. I think those, and the Suns. Like, I think
So we're 11th like that, and then I would assume there's one team that gets hit with injuries.
Yep.
you have to look
there's
at
always
like
one.
That's us,
the
10th
Grizzlies could be on our level. I think people think the Lakers, some people think the Lakers could fall off. I personally don't see that. And then there's
Why?
the
No.
Spurs. Like, you got all
Why
the
don't
talking
you think
heads.
that?
Huh?
Why don't you think that?
Because I just glazed LeBron any chance I can get.
Well, even if LeBron
Lakers?
sat all year, Luka would single-handedly
Yeah, that's what
carry
I'm
that
saying.
team.
Like, let's not act like the Lakers don't have Luka Doncic.
The Lakers?
Bro, the Lakers are gonna get like the 3rd seed, bro.
Yeah, I think it'll just. You have to think like the Rockets last year going into it were not projected to be the 7 or the 2 seed, and like there's always a team or two that jumps out of nowhere, and hopefully that's the Blazers.
Okay.
It'll just be interesting.
I think we are a year away from again like the natural. We just have to see how this year goes.
We're a year away from being a year away.
We're a year away from being that team that like we are Detroit or something. Like, here's the thing, Detroit. Okay, do you think if you took away Cade Cunningham and you took away, just say Dame, I guess, do you think the Pistons roster is better or our roster?
Ours, but they have Cade.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is like we don't have that guy, not even close. So like you said, like who's going to close games for
Not
us?
even close.
It's gonna be Jeremy chucking this
Okay.
post fade, unfortunately. I'd also put like I think we could, but unlikely, but we could be better than the Spurs and the Mavs.
Dude, the Spurs. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the Mavs.
Yeah, you can
yeah,
glaze the
Mavs
Spurs
on
all
that
you
level.
want. Yeah,
Dude,
the
the Spurs
Mavs
are
we could
overrated,
we
man.
could be better than the Mavs. We could be better than the Spurs. The Grizzlies always disappoint, even though
I'm
they're
receiving
looking good this year.
word Wemby looks inhumane in preseason though.
I'm getting
hearing
word.
word he grew 2 inches this summer, which would
Where?
suck if that's true. What?
I'm getting word that Wemby is going to miss 35 games.
The Nuggets could be mid. You never know.
No,
I feel like
the
they're
Nuggets
down on a. No,
No, the
they're
Nuggets-
they're really good. Just
All right,
kidding.
guys. I have a fun little game off the dome. I'm gonna give you a number, and you're gonna say over under in terms of just like different things related to the Blazers season.
I love that, Cole.
So if I gave you Shaedon Sharpe 20.0 points, are you taking the over or the under per game?
Per game.
For context, I believe he averaged around 18 and a half last year.
Do we need to hit 55 games to qualify for this?
No.
Oof.
Shaedon averaged 18.5 last year.
I'm gonna go over.
I'm going to go slightly under because I think Denny is going to step up the most when it comes to points per game.
That was going to be my next question. Denny, over under
So I'm
20 points per game.
Whatever you say, I'm going up on that.
I'm
Denny
going
just
over too.
surprised me so much.
They're both going over. They're both going to have low 20s.
Denny averaged 16.9 last year, but if you take post All-Star break, he averaged 23.3. So,
okay. I mean, I really do think. Sorry, Drew's going to probably average 11 or 12 on good efficiency. He's going to probably make like 38% of his threes. Just a veteran. Like Klingon's not averaging more than 11, and Two's not averaging more than like 14. I mean, that's only 30 something points. Your bench is whatever. Like Shea and Denny are going to carry a lot of the lift. I think they both go over 20.
Okay. Robert Williams, over under 9.5 games played.
Oh wow, I'm gonna go.
No, genuinely, 24.5 games played.
Oh my gosh.
On the Blazers, game log.
How about this? On the Blazers or in the season?
On the Blazers.
He's a deadline candidate.
On the Blazers.
I'm gonna go.
For record, he played 20 games last year. The year before with the Blazers, he played 6. He's played 26 games as a Blazer in 2 years.
24.5.
And he was on. That was since that 2022 Warriors finals. Holy crap!
I'm gonna say 24.5.
I'm going under, but like it's a coin flip. Like obviously, you hope
that's
he does.
That's a great line. Won't. That's a great line. I'm gonna go under.
Okay.
He's gonna get traded at the deadline.
I fear I take under as well. Let's go to over under the Blazers wins total. It's 34.5.
I think we can all agree we're taking over on that. We should set a new line actually, because that
over under 38.5. I believe you need to get to
39 and 40.
If we're making the plan, I think you have to be at least 500.
You got to. That's 41 and 41.
That's 41 games right there.
Are we winning 40 games, man?
I don't go on the over, even though.
How many games do you think we win, Cody? Let's stop saying over. How about you just put your mouth
I'll
on
say
a number.
it. So Trash PN has us at 34 wins. That's bull.
That's still the over, get right? Or is it 34.5 is the line?
We get like 42, 43.
Wow. Okay. Do 42 and 40 or 43 and 39?
All right.
I'm going to say we win just whatever the 10 seed is. So we win 30.
I'm going to go 40 and 42, and we like somehow sneak into the 10 seed. Like, geez, the more I think about it, like, it's just going to be
the
hard.
West is tough, man. It's so. Why is the West always tough? Can the West just be bad?
I will say you got to think like OKC's winning 65 games, and the Rockets are going to win like high 50s. You would think.
No, because guys, last year, if we had the record, but we were in the Eastern Conference, we would have made the play-in. So it's like,
yeah, but the West sucks. And the East are not even the same league.
It's crazy.
It's so dumb.
Right. I have 2 more, and then this little fun game's over. Over under 0.5 games played by Damian Lillard.
So does Dame get on the court? We're just saying absolutely not. He does not.
Okay.
He takes his injuries slow, and like he's not a Tatum. He can't just recover from an ACL or Achilles injury. I mean,
yeah,
it's a 25-year-old.
It's under. We're not. I'm trying to even think of a situation where he would come back. Like
it's stupid to think about.
It would be it'd be in early June.
Okay, and my final one, over under 0.5 parades in downtown Portland this year.
LGBT parades, Antifa parades,
NBA Cup parades. Which,
he
by the way,
NBA Cup. He did say parade. I'm tempted to go over. Obviously under. Well, how about this? Do we do a parade for the NBA Cup?
NBA Cup is interesting. I was reading an ESPN article, and they did a full-on season prediction. They had us in the semis, bro.
They did a simulation, and we won it or something. Like you see, like ESPN they kind of throw us a bone with the NBA Cup stuff, and they say we're behind the Kings.
I mean, we're with the Spurs, the Warriors, the Rockets, and the Nuggets. Like that's a pretty tough group.
Yeah, that's tough. I'll say, just give me one. You can only choose one player on the team that you're most excited for this season. That's it. It could be a. You know what? Most like Okay, that's it. Just best
Okay.
player this season.
I'm gonna say I'm
Most excited for.
I am most excited for Denny.
Me too.
But I think the success of the season more relies on Shaedon. But Shaedon's more intriguing, but like his growth, Denny's is going to be the exciting. I want to see if he can go 23, 6-6.
Yeah. I was going to say I'm most excited for Denny. I'm most intrigued, most anticipated. I very much anticipate seeing Scoot Henderson when he returns.
That's also I was watching him do some screen, some pick and roll read work in the offseason. Looked pretty slow with his reads, to be honest, but that's okay.
Okay.
No, it was a YouTube video. I was watching it. He was getting in that work. It was good. I kind of want to talk about the owner, Sitch.
Yes, we haven't.
Sure about it.
So Jody Allen sells the team, and the city rejoices. And it is, I'm going to just say, it's the Dundon Group, I believe. He owns the Hurricanes. I think that's it.
I know the Hurricanes are a good franchise.
So the Hurricanes are
small
a really
market.
Small market, good franchise. He seems to be an owner that is not afraid to spend if the situation's right. Like, I'm not going to call him a Steve Ballmer or the Suns owner, Ishiba or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Ishbia, where you're just going to spend money out of your ass and just ruin the franchise. In the Suns' case, in the Clippers' case, you're competing. But I don't know. I think it's a good move for the Blazers to obviously get a new ownership group. And this guy seems to have money and want to compete.
And I think he's pretty adamant on keeping them in Portland, which is...
That was the other thing, too.
Always a good thing.
The Blazers are kind of like there's been rumblings of like a relocation if the Moda Center lease couldn't get renewed or something now, because NBA wants Seattle back. They probably want Vegas too, and I'm telling you right now, the Pelicans are going to get relocated. I mean, no one gives a rat's ass about basketball in New Orleans. It's called the Smoothie King Center.
Wow, hating on the stadium name. But yeah, I'm happy. I think it's just the thing about Jody just leaving. It's more just like process of elimination. Like the fact that she's gone was really Jody Allen leaving.
Oh, I thought you said Jeremy.
Jody not being the owner anymore, selling the team. Like no matter what kind of happens after that, it's going to be in the step in the right direction. So I'll judge, later once I see. I don't know if we go in the luxury in a year or two, or the enthusiasm off the court. So, but I think just moving on from Jody is just something that needed to happen, and finally happened. So, I was happy to see that.
Fresh
obviously,
blood. It's nice.
Yeah, fresh blood.
And does he have connection to the Pacific Northwest?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I'm gonna look at that really quick.
I don't think so. I don't remember reading something about that.
Tom Dundon. Yeah, so he owns the Hurricanes. Guess how much it was for?
It was like, did it get to $4 billion?
Yeah, it was $4 billion for the Blazers.
That's pretty expensive for the Blazers.
I mean,
they got their money's worth.
Franchises, man, are just crazy.
Yeah.
He's also a majority owner in the Professional Pickleball Association, and he graduated from SMU. So he's an SMU guy, and he's in golf. He's in pickleball.
Of course, he is.
As the Hurricanes.
I think it'll be great. I'm just looking at the schedule because I'm excited to go to Blazer games myself this season. I have officially graduated from college, living in Portland.
So you're back in the PDX this season. You get to feel the vibes.
Yeah, I get to go to more games. You guys we're all going to be in Portland together. Right after Christmas, just looking at the schedule, guys. At home, we play the Clippers on the 26th, and the Celtics on the 28th, and the Mavericks on the 29th.
We got to go to
and that's all,
bro. I got to see Flag in person.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
All right, Flag, or we can see Simons again. No, Clippers would be interesting, but I feel like all the games we can choose from this Christmas.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else we should talk about. We kind of are just throwing everything at the wall since it's been 3 months. Talk about ownership.
Chauncey Joe, anything? I don't know if there's anything.
Joe, I'm curious with so Chauncey re-signed, right?
1 year or two? 1 year, right?
I don't know.
No, I don't remember, to be honest. But
was it more? Shoot.
It's so crazy how. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. The last thing is we talked about short term this year, Blazer plan, long term. Where do you think, if you were ranking Western Conference teams 5 years out, are the Blazers in the top 6?
Such a hard question because we have so many controllable pieces, and like we have one of the best like in totality cores of young players. But it's like, would I rather be the Timberwolves and have an Anthony Edwards and no one else? I mean, they have other people, but I'll just use him as an example. Or would I rather have the Blazers where I have 4 guys that I know will most likely be solid, but I don't know if any of them are going to be studs. So,
but top 6, you got to think we're better than like the teams with old players, like the Warriors. The Warriors.
Would you rather be us or the Lakers?
Jimmy, the Lakers. Luka's gonna be 32, so
the Lakers are just like they don't have people outside of Luka.
Yeah,
really.
they're interesting. Like they're way worse off than the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have stuff around.
Yeah.
But like the Warriors, for example, Jimmy Butler, Al Horford, Steph, like they're not going to win 6 years.
The Warriors. Yeah, they're
nursing homes in 5 years.
The Grizzlies or the Blazers?
I think I would take the Blazers there.
Like,
yeah, the problem is like we don't have that guy. Like our best player on the team, according to like a lot of lists, is like Denny, and he's like 54th in the league. Like he's not even close to the top. But in 6 years, and guys, we didn't even talk about this once in the podcast, and we've talked about it for years and years before when we had Dame. Like we could always buy someone. We have a lot of assets right now. We could be trading for stars. Anything. If anyone wanted a Toumani and a Denny package, like that is a big player you can get in return. Not that the optics aren't looking at that great this year, but
no, that's a good point. You have the picks, you have the young players on team-friendly deals, you have the big contracts that you can move in theory, in like Jeremy. But that's a good point, because my follow-up question was like, the team I am watching this year, sneaky, is Milwaukee, man. Like, Giannis leaves that team. They are going to suck.
Yeah, when you said watching, I was like, watching games? Yeah, no.
I will say, I think the Bucks are going to be a top 6 seed in the East. I'm sorry. They have the best. They have the best player in the conference, and Miles Turner is miles better than Brook Lopez.
No, I don't see that. The Bucks
Dude,
are
Dame
so
barely
bad.
played last year. Like, losing Dame is not. They're not going to be that much worse without Dame.
Even the year before, the Bucks were just horrible. I mean,
shoot, I forgot Doc.
That team, bro, and their Kyle Kuzma move.
I got 3 words for you: Doc, Kyle, Kuzma.
Yeah,
Doc,
pretty much.
Doc, Kuzma,
and they can't trade for anyone. They're paying Dame like $1 billion to not play this year.
That's true. I don't know. I think the Bucks.
Doing your 6 years in the future question, I think the Bucks might be the worst team in the league. So
you might be right. I was also like, would you rather be the Blazers or the Nuggets in 5 years?
That's tough.
The Nuggets.
What if Jokic just wins on the championship and calls it quits in 4 years?
I could see Jokic still being good though at 35. He doesn't rely on his athleticism.
Yeah, good at horse racing.
Brown's good. They re-signed Brown and Jamal.
Yeah, okay. Like that's another thing. Brown went for 5 for 125. Like he's good. He won a championship. He's a role player.
I think the worst one is Keegan Murray, bro.
Keegan's bad, but it's the Kings. So are you surprised?
Nah.
Kings are paying so much.
Chris Murray, not one mention in this pod. He's on our team.
Oh, Cole's guy, Chris. Come on, Cole. Give us a Chris prediction for the year.
He shot 33% from free throw last season, right, Cole? Let's go.
Oh my!
You excited?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to give him airtime.
Maybe that was 3-pointers. I don't know.
Which number is higher? All right, Chris Murray's free throw percentage or DeAndre Ayton's contract?
Was it free throw percentage? That was 30. It was something.
Let's see. Because It kind of sounds right.
DeAndre Ayton made more millions than Chris Murray made free throws.
Chris Murray was 41% from the field, 22 from 3, 45 from the line.
Ooh, a little 40-20-40 for the kid.
Let's see how Chris Murray has done in the preseason, because that is actually a little interesting aspect we could look at. So let's go here to the Blazers. In the first preseason game against the Warriors, Chris Murray, and then we will end the pod after this. Chris Murray played 19 minutes, 12 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, was a -4. But hey, that's a good Chris Murray game right there. I can't be mad about that. Then we look at, I can't believe I'm actually doing this right now. Yeah, let's move on. 4 points. Let's end the pod. We've lost people.
Yeah, we've lost the plot a little bit. My last thing I was going to say, I literally had it and I'm about to forget it, which sucks.
And 10 people just left.
And that's okay because we're pushing an hour here, 45 minutes.
And another 10 people just left.
And that is why you should tune in to our podcast post the first couple games, because Wes will get his point back and he will be excited to share with you. But I think that's going to do it for the pod. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow our Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, rcr.trivia, of course, for more and more content that you can see all the time. Go Blazers. Drop your bold prediction and your season record prediction in the comments below. I'll be looking forward to reading those.